God radically blessed these midwives, radically blessed them. First off, they lived. They lived. They didn't die. You disobey Pharaoh, you die. They didn't die, they lived. Not only did they live, God blessed them with children. In a time when having children was very dangerous, God gave them children. Many scholars believe they were midwives probably because they didn't have children. And God gave them children in a time when having children was very, very dangerous. Not only that, we're talking about them today. Shiphrah, Puah, I've mentioned their names. You know, every time somebody reads Exodus, they read the names, Shiphrah, Puah. They read their names. Their names have been talked about for thousands of years, and their names will be talked about until the earth is no more. Their names will be talked about till the end of time. Let me ask you this, what's Pharaoh's name? Nobody knows. Nobody knows Pharaoh. And he built major cities. He built pyramids. He built shrines to himself, statues, gone. I've been to Egypt, and I've been to Cairo, and Amy and I with a group of people from here, and we've seen the great pyramids, 50 stories tall. These pharaohs built massive cities to honor themselves. Their first construction project when they were installed was to start building their tomb, which was this pyramid, so everybody would remember, and we have no clue who this dude was. Major player in world history. We don't know his name, but we know Shiphrah. We know 2 midwives. We have no clue who he was. Listen, here's what Proverbs 10 says. The name of the righteous will be a blessing, but the name of the wicked will rot. You want to absolutely make a difference in the world? Listen, it doesn't matter how powerful you are or how popular you are. If you do not honor God, you will have no long-lasting legacy. You want to have a long-lasting legacy? It doesn't matter how powerful, how rich, how popular. If you honor God, your name will be a blessing. If you honor God, your name will be a blessing. That's a promise from God, and God always keeps his promises. So plan B failed. Pharaoh's striking out because you can't beat God. Plan B failed. So he goes to plan B extreme. Now it's just all-out genocide. He's frustrated. Man, I can't work them to death. I can't have midwives to kill the male babies. And do you see the irony here? I mean, the irony is God, Pharaoh's trying to kill the male babies as they're born. And what's going to happen to the firstborn of the Egyptians in the Exodus? That's who God's going to take. Now the irony is, here's what happened. When Pharaoh said, this is not working, so I'm going to go to just all-out genocide. All the Egyptian people, you just take all the male babies and kill them in the Nile. Drown them in the Nile. That's the irony. What did God do to all the Egyptian army as they pursued Israel through the Red Sea? Drown them in the Red Sea. Do you see how God is? This is not this is a battle that's not between Pharaoh and Israel. This is a battle that's between the seed of the woman and the seed of the serpent. You remember this? He told the whole Egyptians, kill all the baby boys by throwing them into the Nile. Don't you remember? Herod did the same thing when Jesus was born. He killed all the baby boys 2 years and under. It's a battle between the seed of the serpent and the seed of the woman to try to prevent the birth of the Messiah. You will never win when you battle God. You'll never win when you battle God, folks. You'll never win. And as we look at this story, man, there are so many takeaways just from this chapter 1. First off, takeaway 1 is this: every moment matters. When your life doesn't make sense, when you are on top, when you're getting the raise, man, when you're getting a new job, when you get a promotion, when you have a birth of a baby, when somebody graduates, and man, when one of your children makes it, through puberty without going to jail 14 times. I mean, when all that stuff man, you thank God and know he's doing something. But when you lose your job, when your marriage is struggling, when your children are rebelling, when things aren't going well, no, God's up to something. Every moment matters. And through history, when you see God work, I am in control. God says, I'm sovereign. I'm over this. You don't understand it now. Just trust me. Trust God when things aren't the way you think they should be and you don't understand. When you can't see his hand, you trust his heart, right? Trust God because every moment matters.